Sometimes hyperlinks occur automatically in Word. For example, whenever you type a web address, as soon as you press the spacebar, it goes blue underlined, and when you rest on it, it mentions a file or a path or an email address that you can jump to if you click. Not only does this happen automatically with a web address, but you've also seen it whenever you've typed an email address. Whenever you type an email address, it also goes blue and underlined, and again if you clicked it, it would follow a link. So hyperlinks are very good for jumping to web addresses and jumping to emails, but they're also good for jumping between files and within a file. For example, let me type some text. So here's a situation where I have a file. Let me press F12, the function key, and save it. F12, and I'll save the file as summary. What I'd like to do is I'd like the summary file to contain two hyperlinks. The first hyperlink I want to reside here, and when I click it, it goes off to another file called sales. And the second hyperlink I'd like to reside here, and when I click this, it goes off to a file called staff. So let's create a file called sales and a file called staff. I'm going to press Ctrl N, which gives me a new document, and I'll just bring it into view. And I'm going to type some details in here. And I'll just generate some random text by typing equals rand, short for random, and open close bracket. Now this file I'd like to save as sales. So I'll press the function key F12 and I'll type sales. And I'll close this file by pressing Ctrl W. Now I want to create a new file, so I'll press Ctrl N and I'll bring it into view for you. And I want to type some details in this particular file. And again generate some random text. So this file I'd like to save as staff. So I'll press the function key F12 and I'll type staff. And Ctrl W to close that window or close that file. So I've created two files, one called sales and one called staff. I'm going to select this text and I'm going to turn this into a hyperlink that opens up the sales file. Now you could right click and you could choose hyperlink, or you could press Ctrl K, which is the shortcut key, or you could go to Insert and click Hyperlink, which also mentions Ctrl K. When I click that option, I'll say that I want to go to an existing file. I'll choose the location of that file. It just happens to be there at the moment, but if it wasn't in the right location, I'd browse for this file using this button here. But I'm just going to scroll down and find the file in here. And there it is there, sales. And OK. Now I'll select this line here, go to hyperlink, and this particular line I want it to hyperlink to this file here, staff. So the whole idea now is when I rest on this first hyperlink, it says click and it'll take me to the sales document, and that's where it's stored. And this one here, if I click, it'll take me to the staff file, and that's where it's stored. I'll start by clicking the sales details. This opens up the sales file. And now I'm going to create a hyperlink at the bottom of this file that will go back to the summary file. I'll highlight this text and I'll press Ctrl K. I'll tell it I want to go back to the file called summary, and OK. I'll click it and it takes me back to summary. I'll click this and it takes me back to sales. This time I'll take a copy of this hyperlink text, Ctrl C, and when I click it to go back to summary, This time I'll go to the staff details. At the foot of the staff details, I would like to paste the hyperlink so that from the staff details I can also go back to summary. And from the sales details I can go back to summary, and from the staff details I can go back to summary. So now we have hyperlinks as a way of navigating between documents. And those documents didn't just have to be Word files, they can in fact be any type of file. They could be a PDF, they could be an Excel file, or a PowerPoint file. If I go to Hyperlink, for example, you can just browse to any existing file or web page. You can also browse immediately to a new email message or even create a new document. You can even jump to a place in a file. I'm just going to go cancel here, and I'm just going to open up a file called long reference and bring it into view. So for example, I can click anywhere and I could create a hyperlink just by going Control K or Insert Hyperlink. When I go to Insert Hyperlink, I can go to a place in this document, and here are all my headings, and they're shown because they've got the styles, headings 1, heading 2, heading 3 applied. So you can actually make hyperlinks that jump to the top of the document, any particular heading in this file, and if you had any bookmarks, you could jump to those too, because they'd be listed under bookmarks. So hyperlinks are a very, very strong way of moving around between files, within a file, to web addresses, or even to emails.